Okay, this is hopefully going to be a demonstration of a little bug in the Jaguar, whatever this is, audio-visual system. If I turn the system on now, it'll be working fine. At the moment it's playing a video which is a 30-minute video, and there'll be no problem. It will start up. So there we are. We can see now that the video is playing fine. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to break it, and to do that I have to play a long video, and I've got one here. Browse. So if I just pick one which is actually 2.5 hours long, I think it probably works with about an hour 20 or so. But if I pick this one here and play it, it'll play fine. So there we are, playing absolutely fine. One thing it doesn't do, funny enough, is it doesn't fast forward. If you push the fast forward key, which would normally fast forward, it doesn't do that in this one, but it plays fine. Now, it's playing the video fine, and we're now into it about 18 seconds. So what I want to do now is I'm going to come away from it and go to the DAB radio. I don't know if you need to do that, but it's just what I do. So now we're on the DAB radio, which will come up any second. Come on. There we are. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn it off, and I have to wait for 2 minutes. There's a click comes from the dash. If I turned it on immediately now, it would still work. In fact, if I turn it on immediately now, I think I can demonstrate that. Let me just do that as part of this recording. So if I now go back to the video, you'll find it'll be 18 seconds in, 28 seconds in, and it's playing fine. So it's still working. But if I turn it off and I wait for 2 minutes, and I'm not going to keep the camera going for 2 minutes, I'm going to turn it off and then turn it back on in 2 minutes time. Okay, now we're back after 2 minutes. You may wonder why the Jaguars appeared on the dash. That's because I opened and closed the door because it was very hot. Now I'm going to turn on the audio system, and I believe you'll find now it is very distinctively broken because it has been playing a very long video, even though it was only 20 seconds into it, and even though it played the video. Once it plays a long video for any length of time and you switch it off and switch it on, it's broken. So let's see if we can show this. Now it remembers it was at 36 seconds. It'll try to play it and it will fail. See? Now it's very distinctive when it's failed like this. Just at this point I'll point out that the video is encoded as XVID 720 by 404, 25 frames per second, 1500 kilobits per second, and the audio is MP3 44.1K, 2-channel stereo at 128 kilobits. So there's nothing really out of the ordinary on the coding of the files. You can see it's not playing now. Another thing, if I now go to the DVD, which I could have previously shown was working fine, you'll find it won't work. And there's a very, very distinctive fault failure mode that you can recognize now, because if I eject the disc and put the disc back in, the first time it will say reading Graceland information, which is the CD database. Then after a few seconds it will say disk fault. So it's not going to play it. I'm going to eject the disc. Now sometimes it doesn't allow the disc to eject in this mode, and to let the disc eject you have to go to the memory stick and then the disc will come out. There we go. So if I take it out, just wait a couple of seconds, put it back in again, it'll say reading Graceland database. Oh, well, sometimes it does. This particular time it just says disk error. So at the moment it's broken, and it will stay broken if I switch it off and switch it on again. I think it will stay broken like this. Let me just demonstrate that. If I go back to the Florida holiday, sitting at 36 seconds, I'm now going to switch it off, wait for another 2 minutes, switch it on, and you'll see it'll still be broken. So I'll just turn the camera off and we'll do the same again. This time I won't open the door, so we'll have come back to a black screen, and then I'll show how to fix it. Okay, the 2 minutes has gone past, and now I'm going to turn it on again, and it will be still broken. I'm going to repeat this, and there'll be a reason for that, because when I fix it, I fix it by doing a thing twice, and I just want to make absolutely sure that it wouldn't fix itself if you just turned it off and on twice. So this is the first off and on after breaking it. So we'll come back up. Now it says please connect device, which is normally what it says when it's come up in this mode. If I now it's gone to connecting device. Now it says no title. This is interesting. So we'll try and play it. 36 seconds in, Florida holiday. So it's remembered the bad file it was on. Not that it's a bad file, but it's remembered where it was, and it won't play, as you can see. And if I was to go to the DVD, I could probably demonstrate that it doesn't work as well, but it won't play. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shut it down, wait another 2 minutes, and turn it on just in case the second turn on might have fixed it. Each time I always think it's good to go back to the radio, because I have an idea that might have something to do with it as well. So we'll just go back to that. I'm just going to repeat this again, and then I'll come to the fix. So there, turn it off. We'll wait for another 2 minutes, and we'll come back again without opening the door. Okay, another 2 minutes has gone by. I'm going to turn it on, and I hope it is still broken. If it's not, I'll have to change my idea of how to fix it, but I think it'll still be broken. So it'll start up, it'll be in the same long file, Florida holiday, it'll be 28 seconds in, and it won't play. So now we're on the DAB radio because that's what we left it on. So now if we force it to the different source video, it will go straight to the memory stick, which is a 32 gig memory stick, formatted FAT. I think it's just FAT. Or is it FAT32? I think it's FAT32. Now, it shouldn't play it. And indeed it won't play it because it's still faulty. So, how do you fix it? It's going to stay like this, and if you were to... I don't want to do too many things to make too many variables, but I'll be tempted to demonstrate that if I eject the disk and put it back in, it'll say disk error, which it will. How do you fix it? Right. To fix it, you go browse, and you go to a small file. We're going to go to a Faulty Towers small file. It won't play, but we can go through the motions of playing it. It won't play. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the DAB radio and turn it off. When we turn it on again, it still won't work, but when we do that a second time, it will work. So you can see now it's not playing. It's not playing the simple 30-minute Faulty Towers, which it used to play. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the DAB radio. And I'm going to switch it off. And I'm going to wait another 2 minutes and switch it on. And hopefully you'll see it, what will happen. Okay, 2 minutes has gone by and we're going to turn it on again. It's very, very hard to remember the actual sequence that you do things, but I think I've got it right. I think it will now still be faulty, and I think if I just turn it off and on again, that would probably be enough without having to reselect a smaller file, but we'll just see how we go. So we come up onto the DAB radio as we left it because it remembers that. And well, let's go now to my video, and it will go to the memory stick. It says connecting device. I think that's always a good sign, but it won't work. Now, you notice now it goes to the holiday, but it goes back to 00. It doesn't go to 26 seconds. Oh, it works. Well, there we are, that's it fixed. I thought that previously I had to do that twice to get it back, but now you'll find everything's perfect. and if we go to the DVD will work perfectly. There we are, there's a DVD working. So basically to fix it, we just had to select a different file and then switch it off and on. It came back up onto the file which was the one which had caused the trouble. But it didn't come up at the 25 seconds where it knew. It came back at the 0 and then it worked. If that didn't work, I would have done it again and it would have come back, and it will work fine now. I can repeat all this sort of stuff and it'll now work absolutely fine. It will never give any trouble unless you play a long file. So that's what I've sort of concluded, that I can now reliably break it and I can reliably fix it, so I'm not too worried because I know it's some sort of a wee bug and I'm sure they will all do it. I would imagine they will all do it. So there you go.